Hey there, Russell traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the Russell recap for February 4th, 2014. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Please always make sure you have a solid trading plan and never move your stop when placing a trade. Jumping right into our market indices, we can see here on all four, nice drop down as of yesterday. Making this up to a 280 tick drive on the Russell underneath the 25-minute open range to make a wonderful drive down to the weekly S3, an EMA crossover, WMA crossover, make for a great trading opportunity today. The question was, where were we going today? The only way we were going is either upside on market internals being in the green, or we're headed back down south. Hey, I don't have a crystal ball. I just trade what's on the charts in front of me, and I go with the momentum drive. As we can see that most of the markets in the 25-minute open range here for the majority of the day, pretty much for the morning session, chopped it up on the inside, not offering much momentum, and then giving a pop all around about 2 to 3 hours post open time, and then towards the afternoon session, trying to get some momentum here, but really never driving it up. And you can see on all four indices, we pretty much brought it down. Our market internals really drove the market for the majority of the day, looking for a drive above 750. Here we can see the first tweet of the day came out with looking at market in the green. Here we are, February 4th. First one, all green, AD above 750, but again, waiting for the 25-minute open range to set up. So, looking at the market internals for the most of the day, we really just did start in the green. We ended up in the green, but not a very, not as much momentum move as hoped for. Still biased to the green side for the most of the day. Bars closing up above the green. Here we can see volume was above the green, but it was really the AD line that I was focused on here today. We can see the drive down at first towards the zero, which indicated that any move that was in that direction needed to be cautious of, as we had mixed internals, and I thought starting the market out in the green, which direction we were going to start. So it was this reverse 15-minute bar that brought us back up to the 750 line. Again, I'm looking for a pop above the 750 to get me into a trade. And it really was this right in this area, post 3 hours open, that offered me the trading opportunity of the day. As we could see after here, no momentum was coming as AD line came down, and then we dipped under 750 and really just chopped it up the rest of the day. Looking at the labeled chart here that I had posted on the Twitter feed this morning, we could see we were looking at our daily pivot 1 hour open range high. So that drive down here that you saw on the market internals, what drove that down here to the daily gap, and then bringing it back up on the second bar, which was that green market internal right here, drive back up to the 750 line. And then really just chopping it up. Again, I'm waiting for a 25-minute open range high to break above. Here I am at about post 1 hour with already a 1 hour open range high up here in a daily pivot. So the first trading opportunity that I was already posting online was I wasn't getting into this market until I saw market internals above 750, all in the green, and a break above monthly S1. And really, at almost that 3 hours post open was that first trading opportunity right here. The first target was 1104.4. Taking my contracts off at 1104.3, one tick shy. So we can see we really never broke above that post 30-minute market open R2. Just chopped it up, brought it back down to the daily pivot, came down the 25-minute open range high, and then ended off the session by coming down. And again, market internals absolutely following the same pattern. It was any drive above 750 was going to take that market up. Looking on EMA crossovers, again, this is what determines my entry. Here we could see at the beginning of the session that those red bars that brought us down and back up. Looking at my 4 EMA crossover, which was in sync, but not until much later. As we could see, the 5 is under the 13, but not under the 21, not under the 80 until all the way down at the 25-minute open range. Again, no problem entering this trade, just simply trading on the Heikin Ashi bars. That's a solid tail, solid body with a solid tail facing down. This is all Heikin Ashi sell signal with a little hesitation here and bringing it back down. This absolutely matches up with the market internals. As you can see, the bar coming down here. But again, I want all red if I'm taking the drive down and going with the trend. If we move back into the 25-minute open range here, we can see we're chopping it up. Again, another fine opportunity above the range here, but nothing was in sync on all internals and all EMA crossovers for me until the one for sure entry of the day for me was above the 1 hour open range. Could have gotten in here a little bit early, above the 25-minute open range high. Here you have some solid bodies with tails up, Heikin Ashi buy signal. Again, we didn't go very far here until it came back down, but here if I look on my 4 EMA, you can see this nice in sync. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I call the gold standard of my trading. When I see this, I ride it, put in full contracts, and ride it up. So we have an EMA crossover here. You have an EMA crossover here, above 25-minute open range. Again, I hesitated a little bit early, a little more today because why didn't I enter here? Because market internals were still just popping above the 750. That might have been the opportunity here. Actually, I believe it was here at the 9 o'clock hour. Let's match that up here. 9 o'clock hour. Yes. So here we are at the 9:30 West Coast time. 9:30 West Coast time. So here I have an EMA crossover, but I am not matched up with a above 750. Above 750. So I want my market internals to be above 750 to go for the long. So waiting on the crossover up above 1103.2, which I can see on this chart over here with the EMA crossover right here at 1102.3, tweeting that out to get in above the, with already the EMA crossover with the target at 1104.4. Why 1104.4? That was my post 30-minute market open R2. So that was the trade of the day. After that, pretty much action chopped up with market internals never gaining any momentum above the above the 750. Here we could see never in sync on the EMAs. One opportunity here in the last after the cash close, you could see solid bodies with tails down would have offered another trading opportunity to the downside with market internals following as well. Here we could see the drop down on all 4 indices, and as far as market internals, we were already under 750 for the day. So really the AD line is what guided the trades of the day through the 25-minute open range above and picking a target, full-on contracts, and never getting above. The only way I was re-entering this market today was if we had popped above the if we had market internals. I would have re-entered at this point, which I had tweeted out, post 30-minute market open R2. If we had broken this line above this green with a solid Heikin Ashi buy signal and market internals with the AD line at 1,000, I would have re-entered and then picked the upside targets and contracts off to work my way upside. As one other thing I wanted to show you here on the EMA crossover, drawing the Fibonacci lines, also using an opportunity for trade management. I had incorporated in my trade. We could see that price action actually, I had posted a Fibonacci level here, and as we could see, price action came right up to level 4.3, which matched my which matched up to the post 30-minute market open R2. So I knew that that was a point where I was going to take contracts off and either get out of the trade fully or just take contracts off, and eventually the stop would have taken me out. So Fibonacci line set up with that high of 11.3. That concludes today's wrap. Hope you got some ticks out there today in this little choppy market. Feel free to stop on by tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra, know one thing, know it well. I just trade the tree F. That's what I know. It rings true, but for all markets, whether you trade the ES or YM or NASDAQ, my plan will keep you this plan. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. Hey, y'all, have yourself a blue zone day. I'm out of here.